Hello from Gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, and welcome back to my series, My Month of Perennials. And in this series I take 30 different garden perennials, really good ones that I love and grow here in the garden in Douentza, and in each video I talk about one in particular. Now this video is about a bearded iris, a particular one called Champagne Elegance. It's May now, which is the perfect time to observe irises in all their glorious forms, and it just kind of coincides with the Chelsea Flower Show in England, and the bearded iris is always really well featured in that show. And if you look at these amazing plants here, it'll come as absolutely no surprise. Some of you who've been watching this series for a while might feel slightly surprised that I've chosen a bearded iris to feature as one of my favourite plants. And that's because irises get a lot of bad press for being difficult. But just look at these flowers and you can tell that this is a prima donna of a plant, and one it's definitely worth going to a little bit of trouble to accommodate. Now irises of course don't flower for very long, but when they do flower they have that immediate wow factor. You're going to rush out with your camera, you're going to take millions of photographs, and if you have a YouTube channel you're definitely going to be making videos about them because they really are that spectacular. I mean, look at the detail on these flowers, the soft fluffy beards, the duality of the two colours, and this particular one I just love the subtle tones of the kind of pale brown and white. I think this is just kind of classic iris, and the name Champagne Elegance, I think it just really says it all. So now that I've convinced you to try and grow an iris, let's talk about how you can do it. And there are 4 key factors to consider when growing bearded irises. And the first is that they absolutely need full sun. Now when I say full sun, it's not just the stems that need the full sun, it's not just the flowers when they emerge, it's the actual rhizomes as well, which are down on the surface of the earth. And as you can see from this little view here, the rhizomes, they sit proud of the earth, and they really mustn't be covered by any surrounding plants at all. The rhizomes need to be baked by the sun, and that just isn't going to happen if the plant is covered by surrounding foliage. So that's number 1, full sun. The second thing that irises absolutely need is well-drained soil, and I'm very lucky here at Douentza because I have stony soil, and stony soil generally means well-drained, and irises just love that. Then the third thing you have to bear in mind is when you plant them in summer, in July or August. Now a lot of places sell iris rhizomes in autumn, but if you want your irises to have the best possible start, you need to plant them in summer, in July and August. And then the fourth thing to consider is that with bearded irises you need to divide them every 2 to 3 years. And if you don't do that, what will happen is the centre part of the rhizome will kind of die off and lose vigour and stop flowering, and you don't want that because the whole reason you have these beauties in your garden in the first place is so that you can enjoy the amazing flowers in May. So divide once the flowers have finished in July and August and replant the plants, and that dovetails with the fact that you should only be planting these irises in July or August in the first place. Now irises are perfectly hardy garden plants in my part of the world, and as usual I'll put the hardiness, the US hardiness zone down below so you can check it out for wherever you might live as well. And a few tips on housekeeping. Now irises produce these very solid leaves and sometimes they begin to brown. So don't be afraid to cut off the tips of the leaves when they brown, or even somewhere at the end of summer to cut the leaves in half with a diagonal cut like I'm showing you how to do now. And that just neatens up the appearance of the plant for their downtime when they're not actually producing the magnificent blooms in the border. Irises tend to be evergreen as well, so they'll persist through the winter, and if you've cut the top off those leaves then they're less likely to get caught by the wind, which would move the rhizome in the ground and cause it to break roots. So it's a good idea to do that bit of trimming when you can. Another beautiful feature with the iris is how the buds unfurl. Just look at these buds. Doesn't it really look like they've been wrapped with tissue paper? Like you might to get these blooms intact to some prestigious show where it's going to win a fantastic award. Well, this is just the natural formation of the buds, and very soon they unfurl to produce amazing flowers. Now each stem produces several blooms, and you can remove any spent flowers, and eventually when the stem finishes blooming just cut off at the base. And I suppose some of you are asking why I've chosen Champagne Elegance to be one of my top perennials, and there are two good reasons for that. The first is the amazing colours, and I'm not going to say any more about that, because if these colours don't make your heart sing, then this isn't the iris for you, but for me it certainly is. And the second reason is that this is a repeat flowering iris, so that means it will flower in May, but it'll also flower at the end of the summer as well. You get two flower flushes, and that really is important for bearded irises because you're looking at bare rhizomes and leaves for a lot of the time, but if you've a second lot of flowers to look forward to, well, that's going to earn its keep in my garden for sure. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope I've answered some of your questions on how to grow bearded irises. I hope you'll give them a chance in your garden if you have sunny conditions, and perhaps you'll look out for Champagne Elegance and buy it if you ever get the chance. Thanks very much for watching, and please do check back again soon for the next installment in my month of perennials. Thanks very much for watching. Bye!